welcome to Fright Night.
Ooh. Did you like it?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
Did you like it?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We are gathered here today to talk about a movie. A scary movie.
It's not adult time. It's child's play.
Oh,
dump
great.
that. Hope that.
So, yeah, we're going to be covering
up in the trash can.
No, we're going to keep all that.
Keep
That's
that?
gold. That's what the people pay us for.
Oh, they definitely.
You're
pay
not
us.
going to see a dime of this. What the hell was that?
That was my keys.
Oh, great. All right,
Sorry,
let's
buddy.
do
I
that.
think
Let's
I
do
think
that
I
intro
just-
again.
Do we have to do it again?
Yeah. What happened?
Do you like my little sneaker?
Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's the shoe Chucky would wear.
It is.
Yeah.
Dude, he wears Air Jordans.
Yeah, big time.
Fuck.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Fright Night.
Woo! That's the third time we've done
sick,
this. I just want to let everyone know that's the third take because
That's the third take.
we don't actually cut, but I did drop my keys real loud, and the second time I blew the mic out. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
I think we saw that the second time you dropped your keys and I handled it really well and I was like, "What's that?" And, like lost my marbles.
Did you think it was
I thought
someone
it
in the
was-
house?
No, I thought it was my dog rooting around in my belongings again.
Oh yeah, Sable does that.
Yeah, she roots around.
But
She's a cat.
I've never had a bag not get tossed when I get here.
Great.
I'm like, great.
So we are gathered here today.
just going through my shit again.
Sorry. Oh, that's stupid. So we are gathered in podcast land.
Why do you make it sound like it's like a funeral?
I don't know.
Are you gonna kill me?
I might.
Thank God.
If you keep interrupting me.
Okay, you're right. No, you're right. You're
We're
right.
here to watch a scary movie, and that movie is Child's Play.
Child's Play.
Child's Play.
So I just
I
pulled
kind of thought we were going to see how long we keep going. Child's Play.
Child's Play. This is not adult time. It's Child's Play.
American slasher, 1988, director Tom Holland.
Ooh, written by Don Mancini. Wow.
That's stupid.
The fuck was that?
I don't remember.
So I
Tell
will
us
say
about the movie.
I really like this
Hey,
one.
how about Keith? What?
I think there's
tell us
something
about
wrong.
this
Should we just record this tomorrow?
No.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
I really like this movie. I think this is up there in the slasher realm, especially for franchise slashers. I just polled a couple of my buddies to see if they put this up there, and I think the consensus is they like this one too a lot.
It
Like-
sounded like you were trying to recite some sort of elementary school project. You're like, and this is how volcanoes
And
work.
then, no, but I just shot the text out because I wanted to see if people. I didn't know if it's like a crazy take or not. It seems like it's not a crazy take. So
This is like a great slasher?
I just put it up there. I put it up there higher with. I guess that's the reason that we covered this one. But I put it higher than Original Friday for sure. I don't know. I'm really bad with favorites, but I think this is a really good
It's a really good movie.
introduction slasher.
This
Standalone
one was
or
later too, though. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
This was 88.
This is
I think.
88. So it's
when did Halloween and Friday the 13th?
Halloween is
come out?
78. Friday is 80.
Yeah.
Nightmare is 84.
This is closer to Scream than it is.
Yeah.
Right? Than
That makes
Halloween.
sense.
Yeah.
So it's kind of had all that time to, this is still before Candyman, but it's had a time to like marinate.
This does have like a very
So yeah,
Candyman
it does kind of feel. It kind of because it's like that cold feel. Chicago.
Chicago.
The
Bears.
The
I think
Bears.
that's them. Yeah.
The Chicago Bears. That would be the team.
I'm not a sports guy. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I don't even know if it's basketball, baseball, football. I don't give a shit.
Awesome.
I don't know, dude. Sorry. I hope
Yeah, it's fine. Anywho,
I hope I.
so the movie was like I said, 1988.
88.
Running time.
That's when I was born.
What?
That's when I was born.
Oh, I've been.
Me and Chucky are the same age.
Nice, dude. Congrats.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Dude, I can't wait until everyone steals your identity. That's gonna be sick.
You want to punch me in the head, don't you? You want to punch me in the face right now. You want to punch me in
We
the
gotta cover
fucking
Step
face.
Brothers, not
I
in this
know.
episode, but anyway. So Child's Play had a runtime of 87 minutes, a budget between about 10 million, and it looks like the box office made about 44 million. So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. And what's cool about this is Don Mancini has been on the writer for every single one.
Has he really?
Yes.
That's pretty wild.
Different directors. Tom Holland did this one.
So there was 5 Chucky movies, right?
Well, there's more than that. There's
there?
the 3 original, Child's
Yeah.
Play 1, 2, and 3, Bride and Seed, Chucky, and then there's it's Curse, Cult, and then the remake. Is that right?
Yeah, I feel like
Did I just
those ones
do
were
that?
those
Did I
ones
do
were
that?
like a lot later.
Seed. Oh yeah, Bride and Seed, and then Curse and Cult. Yeah, so Bride is 98, Seed is 04, 13 is Curse, 17 is Cult of Chucky, and then there is that remake. I think that's like right after. I forget that that's completely separate.
Yeah, that was just a.
And then the series, he's also writing and directing the series. He created the series. Which, have you seen the Chucky series?
I haven't.
Dude.
No. Is it? What is it on? Well, I don't even know where that. Where could I find that?
It was on Shudder now, but it was
Yeah.
on. Was it Sci-Fi? Was the original?
Yeah.
broadcaster?
So it's just called Chucky.
It's called Chucky,
Right? Okay.
dude.
So
So
it serves as a sequel to the Cult of Chucky, the 7th film.
yes. Dude, what's cool about this
That's
is
pretty cool.
Andy, the little kid from this, comes back
Oh, really?
in. I think he comes back at the end of Curse, and he's in Cult or something like
Yeah.
that. Something like that. I forget off the top of my head.
That's pretty
But then
cool.
he's actually in the new one, and then Jennifer Tilly, Madone, she she gets introduced in Bride, but she's back.
Yeah.
Meg
That's pretty
Tilly,
cool
her
that
sister, is in it.
That's cool that they
Brad
got the band back
Dourif's in
together.
it.
I mean,
It's-
what else were they doing?
It's so that's what I'm saying. It's a series that came out, 20 some years after the original.
Yeah.
And it's actually like not even just like, oh, it was cool. Like it's like a good series.
Yeah, it's just like genuinely.
and it's
good.
got the updated kid thing that I was talking about with Goosebumps, but it's
Yeah.
like fun because it's violent. It's
Yeah.
definitely R rated.
How many episodes was it?
So I forget. I think it's like, is it like 10 a season? Maybe it's like a normal like a short.
Oh, they did multiple seasons.
1, 2, and then 3 just came out this season.
I didn't know that this
I think
was
it's
like a whole.
it says 18
thing.
episodes, but I think it might be like 10, and then
Interesting.
8. Oh, it's 8s. They're 8s. They actually are 8s. So
That's pretty cool.
So they're like halfway. Oh, they're doing 4 now. I guess the first half is out now, and then the next half is 2024.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I haven't finished season 2. I started season 1 though was awesome.
It was really good.
Season 2, I started. I just haven't got
Finished
through
it,
it, dude.
What?
Cool thing to tell you though.
What?
Remember that movie I was telling you about?
No.
Bound with Jennifer Tilly,
Yeah.
Gina Gershon, Joe Pantaleone.
Yeah.
All 3 of them make guest appearances in the Chucky series.
Really? That's
Kinda
pretty
cool.
That's wild that we were just talking about that today.
Kind of cool. Forgot to tell you that.
So we were
this
talking
morning.
about our shared love of Jennifer Tilly.
She's great. Her
She's
voice
great.
is great. Like you
She's
just close your eyes. She just talks to you. She's cool.
She's like, how you doing?
She's
Yeah,
awesome.
She's not.
That's not what her voice sounds like at all. But Meg Tilly, her sister, is also in it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, no, I just they just do it's like I feel like it's a series. I can't believe we're still talking about this, but it's a series done by people that obviously write horror,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they didn't fall off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just they stayed in the genre, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So I need to watch 3. I've heard from my one buddy, Bones.
yeah,
3 is awesome.
shout out to
It's
your boy.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. He's gonna come on and do he said he wants to do a John Carpenter episode.
He's been dying to.
He's
cover
kind of
La
like a
Bamba with
Carpenter
us.
guy like you.
Is he?
Yeah, he likes
Nice.
Carpenter a lot.
Yeah, who doesn't, dude? Come on, you know.
I know, but like you guys are like he's a glasses guy, dude. He
That
wears glasses.
sucks.
But Devin Sawa, he's in the Chucky series, and he's great. He's
Yeah.
excellent. All right. Anyway, so let's talk about the movie that we came to talk about.
So we were talking about the original Child's Play. Did you want to dive right into the plot, or do you want to talk?
Well, we got to talk. We just got to do formalities. All right. So we did. Tom Holland
true.
is the director, and I my brain just shut off. Don Mancini. I already said it. Don Mancini wrote it. He's been involved in all of them.
Yeah. Should we do cast?
Oh yeah.
Do a little cast?
Do the cast.
So Catherine Hicks is Karen Barclay.
So she's the mom.
She's the mom.
Have you seen the show Seventh Heaven?
No.
What?
I know of the show. I haven't seen it.
She's the mom in Seventh Heaven, dude. Come on, dude.
Sick.
She's also in Peggy Sue Got Married. That's
I do know that one.
That's a Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, greatest thing
and
to
Jim
do it.
Carrey doing it with
Damn.
Francis Ford, dude. Freaking love that.
God.
Anyways, sorry. Chris Sarandon is the detective Mike Norris. He's also in Fright Night as Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
He's also in. I was watching Bordello of Blood earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that one, the Tales from the Crypt movie.
I haven't, no.
He's the pastor in that. He's just a great.
He's also in The Princess Bride, too.
Yes.
That's pretty
Humperdinck.
funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
He's also the voice of Jack Skellington in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Na na na. That's a good one. I don't know what I was supposed
But
to say.
okay, can I have to shout him out for this. This is we talked about this earlier too. The movie Dog Day Afternoon.
Yes.
He plays a small role in that. He plays.
Is it just a little cameo thing or no?
He's a character, but he's only in it for a little bit. He's actually Al Pacino's side piece in the movie.
Okay. Not his.
He's married,
Okay.
robbing a bank, but he has like a side piece.
Okay.
It's a really weird, crazy.
Yeah, that seems
plot.
like a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in the whole plot, but yeah, so he's in it. It's kind of cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Then we got Alex Vincent as Andy. He's the main character. He's the main kid in the movie who fucking killed it in this movie, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, a little shit with the bowl cut.
Yeah.
Causing chaos.
Yeah, nuts. Dina Manoff plays Maggie. She's a friend of Karen. I'm trying to see if there's any other. Oh, the voice.
That's what I wanted to get to.
The voice of Chucky is played by Bradford Claude Dourif.
Yeah, and he's an excellent actor.
Yeah, he was in the Lord of the Rings series, which I thought was pretty cool, and then he also played Billy in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's the one I was gonna say.
And he was nominated for an Oscar in that, which I just thought was like, I don't know, his voice is. I can't picture a more perfect voice.
Oh, yeah, his voice is iconic.
Yeah,
but he's in Stephen King stuff, Graveyard Shift. He's in Exorcist 3. He's a Gemini Killer. All the Child's Play movies. 1, 2, and 3. I think he does the voice. He does the voice for everything. Everything Chucky wise.
Yeah.
I thought I had something else. Oh, he's in the Halloween remake. He's Annie Brackett's father in the Rob Zombie Halloween.
Who is this? Brad Dourif.
Yeah.
Interesting.
His voice is just iconic.
Yeah, he's a really great
like you can
as soon as you
just hear his
recognize
voice,
this,
and you're like,
like, oh,
he's in Dune. He did a bunch of David Lynch stuff. He's in Dune and Blue Velvet. Yeah, he's just like he's in all this stuff.
Yeah,
like he's an excellent actor.
He's a great actor, and then also is just like, yeah, I'll do Chucky. That's fine.
Yeah, what's cool is because he plays Charles Lee Ray as well, who's the killer.
Yeah, spoiler, dude. Come on.
Crap! Well, we're about to spoil.
Well,
that
should we go? Should we
10 seconds?
Should we blow through the plot real quick?
I don't give a crap, dude.
Oh, okay. So let's go through the plot. I'll go through the plot real quick, just to give to people the format that they know and love. Is that fair?
I don't care how you do it. Just do it. Just kidding.
So this is the very quick version. So we start off. We have Detective Mike Norris. He's chasing a fugitive serial killer. Who is they say we've got the Strangler, Charles Lee Ray. He's basically being chased through the streets of Chicago. He is chased into a toy store. Ray is abandoned by his accomplice, Eddie Caputo. He's basically, it looks like it was maybe some kind of robbery or something like that that went wrong. So Charles is left alone. Detective Norris shoots him. He's basically dying in the back of the store. He's kind of looking around for something to do, for a way out of it, basically.
Looking for something to do.
I
haven't got Sudoku. I'm fucking dying. Sorry.
That's so good. Oh, sick. I love Sudoku. A 9 doesn't go here. I gotta get $8 for this thing. So basically, Ray then performs a voodoo chant, is how it's described, to basically transfer his soul into a doll next to him.
Yeah, as one does.
Branded. I did not expect you to say that.
Yeah, me neither.
Into what is called a good guy brand talking doll. At the same time that he's doing this, the store is struck by lightning and the whole thing explodes, which I don't really know how that happens, but we'll just skim over that.
I mean, he just transferred his soul into a doll, and you're like, oh, okay, I got that. But the lightning hits the building? That's freaking crazy.
And then so basically Detective Norris finds Ray's lifeless body next to the doll. Right before he transfers his body over, he basically says, like, I'm going to come back. I'm going to find a way to kill you and his accomplice, Eddie. And he's like, Eddie Caputo. Okay, buddy. Why don't you take your Sudoku and die? And then so he is, I guess, supposed to be dead.
So that's our first kill.
First kill. Which is
kind
the
of
character.
Yeah, he's dead. His body's dead. His husk of his body's gone. His soul moved on.
Oh, that's the... Anywho. And then it flashes to our main character, Karen Barclay, and her 6-year-old son Andy. He basically sees a commercial on TV for the Good Guy doll. He's really excited, so you later find out that it is his birthday. So he makes the shittiest morning breakfast I've personally ever seen.
That bowl of cereal is epic,
It's
bro.
nuts.
What size bowl is that? Do you have that size bowl? Can you get that out for the viewers?
For the viewers, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a 2-gallon concrete slab bowl.
Yeah.
We put it down for Great Burmese Mountain Dogs.
You know the bowl that they mix up your guacamole in Plaza Azteca?
Yeah, stone bowl.
Yeah, stone bowl.
Oh, that's gonna cost you $18 for that guac.
Gotta get $8 for this guac.
Gotta get $8.
Real quick as a sidebar, Keith and I had this really funny bit where there was a guy who was selling ponchos at a car dealership. And the ponchos were free, but any additional ones, like, this guy has to get something out of them.
Well, the reason they were selling ponchos is because when they caught this is all because Nick gave me a glass. Oh, I just poured it on my computer.
Pause that. We'll pause. Okay. Yeah. So
we're back, but I just dumped water all over. I picked up this glass that I was talking about Nick giving me, and I just poured water on my computer, like completely, like almost like I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
But anyways, he handed me this glass. It had some like schmutz in the bottom, and he's like, I know you're gonna look in there and see this, but like we got it like that. So I was like, that's like you go to a car
it's
dealer.
been there since we got it.
Yeah,
Like,
we got
it just looks a little like tarnished is the word I would use.
And I was like, that's like if you go to a car dealer and like the back window's missing, and you're just like, yeah, I know the back window's missing, but it came like that, so like we gotta sell it to you like that. But he's like, but when it does rain, he's like, what I do is I just put a poncho on. My wife has the same car. She puts a poncho on, blanket around, she's good to go. And then he opened the closet and he's got the ponchos in there. He's trying to sell them, but that turns into somehow you get one for free with the car, but every other one.
But he's gotta get $8 for any other
my
deal.
wife. She and I went on these ponchos, and she comes in and nobody's buying them. He's like, I gotta get $8 for them. I can't. I can only let one go out. I gotta get 8.
So anyway, back to Child's Play.
So I gotta get $8.
So that's how we got there. So Andy makes the shittiest breakfast in the morning for his mom. Gave him spit up all his water again. And basically he's like, oh yeah, it's my birthday. Like, I've been up for a really long time. I'm so excited. Her mom comes out and he's like, oh yeah, I bet you want your presents now. And he's all hype. Basically opens it up. He gets clothes as the one present. And he's like, yeah, Mom, I'm really bummed that I didn't poison your breakfast. And then he gets a Good Guy brand like tool set. Not with the doll, but she's like, it was too expensive. Like,
I've been there.
I couldn't swing it.
Looking for the Batmobile, and I just got like Robin or something that year.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, the mom was not able to buy the doll. Like you said, he was basically looking for it, couldn't find it, didn't have enough time to plan. So she just got him the little like shitty toolbox. He ends up. It kind of flashes a little bit forward, and she is now at work, talking to her friend. This is where you're introduced to her friend. What the fuck's her name? Maggie, who's basically like, oh, there's a peddler out in the fucking alley who says he has a Good Guy doll.
This sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, obviously we're gonna go to our neighborhood peddler for a doll. So he buys it one from a discount homeless peddler for $50. I think it was actually less than that. And Andy is like super hype about it. So the first time he sees it, the doll, again, it's one of those talking dolls. So it says, hi, I'm Chucky. Want to play? That's kind of like the opening line that you hear from the actual doll. They are kind of chilling. Karen has to go back to work, unfortunately. So she asks her friend Maggie to babysit Andy. And while she's doing so, she is attacked by Chucky. Basically, the doll seems to be moving around. She falls out of the window in their kitchen area and dies. So this is, I think, the first victim of Chucky is when she falls out of the window, which is
she
like
gets hit with the little kid's hammer.
Yeah, she gets hit with a hammer, and you only see like a point of view of like as Chucky. So he's really, it's like the camera's really low, and you see like a little scurrying through the hallway, and then a little of the hammer,
little good guy's hammer,
a little Good Guy hammer falls out of the window. Dunzo.
And what's cool is that if you look at the actual poster for this first movie, like the original poster,
yeah,
it's the building with the lady falling out halfway
out of the window, which is just awesome.
And then it just Chucky's eyes behind it.
Just
you don't realize it's Chucky's eyes.
It's true.
That's cool.
It is really neat. They did a good job with that. So basically, Detective Norris it meets up with the family and thinks Andy is a suspect because he's like, there were little kid footprints. There was like good guy footprints like of the doll, but he was wearing pajamas that had like the little shoes on it. So it was kind of like, He's like, your son might have done this.
He's like, Andy, let me see those sneakers. He's like, they said the good guy logo on the bottom.
He's like, hey, look at this. You got trains. You got what's this? Some murder. So Andy's like, no, it wasn't me. He said it was Chucky, my doll, basically, and said, and he also said his real name is Charles Lee Ray, and this line is super fucked up. He's like, oh, Mom, like my doll, his real name is Charles Lee Ray, and Dad sent him down here to play with me. And you're like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And we're glossing over a lot of this plot, so we're definitely like skipping it, like some other really fucked up dialogue along the way. So the next day, Chucky and Andy go to school, or Andy goes to school and he brings Chucky with him. He decides to skip school. So he walks in, his mom drives away, and then he's like, oh, Chucky, you basically find out he's like whispering stuff to Chucky and like puts his ear up to his mouth. So you kind of pick up that the doll seems to be telling him things. So they decide to skip school and take a train downtown, where he sneaks into Charles Lee Ray's accomplices, Caputo's home, and kills him. He basically turns on the doll, turns on the gas of the stove, turns on the burner, and basically just leaves him there. And the house blows up, and he is donezo. Basically just as revenge because he abandoned him. So at this point, Andy is, again, considered a suspect. Like, they pick him up, and the police officer's like, hey, did you pick up your son from school yet? And she's like, no, I haven't gotten around to it. You're like, oh yeah, that's interesting, because he blew up a house. So they take him in, and he's admitted to a psychiatric hospital. So they're basically just like trying to keep him there. They want him to just take a little breather. They want to evaluate him. He keeps saying like, yep, Chucky told me to say these things. Like, I'm telling the truth. Like, Chucky's alive and he's talking to me and stuff like that. But obviously they don't believe him because it is a doll. So he stays at the psychiatric hospital. Karen brings the doll back home. She's kind of thrown away some of the packaging and realizes that the doll doesn't have batteries in it. And this is like, do you remember this scene? Like, when he doesn't have the batteries, and she's basically like, wait, I heard this thing do it's like, hi, I'm Chucky. Want to play?
Yeah.
So she goes over and basically like goes up to the back of the doll, takes the batteries out, finds out that there's no batteries in it, turns the thing around, and this is the first time that you actually see Chucky, like the little evil doll. He screams at her, "You bitch, you're fucking with the wrong guy," or like something like that. Scares the absolute shit out of her, and basically attacks her before escaping her apartment. Karen goes to the detective saying like, yep, my son was right. This doll was alive. Obviously doesn't believe her. She ends up finding the dude that sold it to her and basically says like, actually she's almost like assaulted by the guy. It's a really terrible part of town. Norris is like, you don't want to go there. It's not going to end well for you. So basically she's in the midst of getting attacked, and Norris comes in and saves her, and forces the peddler to admit that he ended up he stole the doll from the toy store where Norris killed Charles Lee Ray. So it's the same toy store at the beginning. He's like, oh, where'd you get this? And it turns out that it's like this, that charred building or whatever. So Norris is still a little skeptical. Karen tries to warn him that like, hey, he killed his accomplice. Like, he's going to come for you too. Just be aware. And then at this point, I think this is the scene in the car. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
So Chucky ends up being in the back of his car. He attacks him. He did like all the really nice knife scenes. Chucky's like stabbing through the seat and stuff like that, which is just like
he's stabbing through the back, and he's stabbing like up under him. He's like trying to like.
He's trying to.
I don't even know how he's still driving.
He's trying to not get poked out of beauty.
His butt's like out of the seat. Like,
yeah.
I was trying to think about that. I was like, how does he? He's like,
because you got to push your foot off of something.
So he's like, his left foot.
Yeah.
His back arched off the seat, just trying not to get stabbed.
And his little booty's in the air. Yeah. That's wild.
He's like, this seat's on fire. Shit.
Yeah. So he pulls over. Chucky is climbing into the car, and he shoots him, and Chucky scurries away, basically. So that's a bummer for everyone involved because the doll is on the loose now. The doll is shot. He basically ends up bleeding, and Chucky like kind of yells. So the next scene is he goes to his former, kind of like his voodoo instructor, a guy named John, who's basically like, "Hey, you said that like, why can I feel pain? I'm in a fucking doll right now. Like, you taught me all this shit. Like, what's going on?" And where basically the guy was like, John is like, the longer that you remain in the doll, the more human you become. So like, you have to get out of it. And he realizes that he needs to escape. He basically needs to transfer his soul into the first person he revealed himself to, which was Andy. The 6-year-old kid. Which he has a really great line. He's like, "Fuck, I'm going to be a 6-year-old again?" He's like, "Well, John, I got an appointment." Like,
he says, "I got an appointment with a 6-year-old boy."
Oh, like, yeah. He's like, "I have an appointment with a 6-year-old boy." That's not great. But he says like John refuses to help him because he's like, "I think you're evil. Like, you took everything I taught you and used it for your own benefit, and you're, fucking up." Basically, he's like, "You need to be destroyed." So Chucky ends up saying like, "All right, that's fine, but like, rule number 1, you shouldn't tell your customer." He has a great line. He's like, "You shouldn't tell your customers where your voodoo doll is." And so he's basically like uses it against him. He's stabbing the doll, like breaks the leg. I love when he breaks the leg. And it's it's just like a really fucked up scene. So he's out. John is dying. They end up finding Andy. I'm getting confused here. Chucky leaves to go find Andy, and Karen and Norris basically roll up on John.
And the body is like butchered.
It's like
there's
mangled.
So much blood.
Before dying, John ends up telling them like, "You need to kill him. You need to like kill his heart. Like, that's the only thing that's human. That's the only thing that'll stop him. Destroy the heart." Chucky then arrives at the psychiatric hospital, kills Andy's doctor with the shock.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Do you want to tell the people about this kill?
He stabs in the leg with a scalpel first.
Yeah.
Like recently I was like, dude, did Andy? It got confusing. I was like, did Andy just stab this guy?
And he's like,
but I was like, nah, it couldn't have been him.
No.
So Chucky stabs him with a scalpel in the leg, and then he puts the like electrotherapy
gear on him. Yeah, I don't know.
And then just shocks him to death. He's being shocked for a good like minute.
Oh, and Andy's like, "Stop it,
stop,
please,
Chucky."
Yeah, and the doctor's like in the corner.
It's like convulsing.
Yeah, that is pretty fucked up. That whole scene is pretty nuts. So the doctor is Dunzo. Andy runs home. Excuse me, I had to burp for the listeners. Little insider baseball, insider scoop. So Andy goes home, flees to his house, barricades himself in, but Chucky ends up catching up to him, knocks him out, and is basically preparing to do his little voodoo ritual to transfer his soul in to, Andy's body. Karen and Norris arrive, basically, and then there's just the final scramble, I guess as you would call it. So they end up trapping Chucky in the fireplace, and there's a great fucking dialogue. He's like, the mom's trying to burn him, basically, and Andy comes up to him, and Chucky stops. He goes, "Andy, we're supposed to be friends till the end." And he goes, this is the end, my friend. And drops the match in, and Chucky goes up in flames.
For some reason, it just takes completely.
Yeah, I instantly. Yeah, I don't know if they were fucking coated that thing with kerosene from the factory. I don't know.
Yeah, he instantly goes up.
It's pretty wild. So he's on fire, just kind of running amok through the house, I guess. They think he's dead, but then a horribly charred Chucky rises up. And the animatronics on the doll itself, like the puppet, is creepy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's all fucked, and he's like, "Kill him!" Like, he's basically yelling at his body after he gets his limbs blown off, his head's blown off. Like,
yeah, she takes off an arm, a leg, and the head.
And
then puts 2 more in its back. So
yeah.
Like, all right, so
they're like, "He's good. This is done." At this point, Norris's partner Jack arrives and is like, "Okay, a doll came to life and did this." And then Chucky's body starts strangling him, and the head is like basically giving the body commands. So they finally shake him off. Jack shakes him off, and Norris shoots Chucky's body through the heart and finally kills him. And he has a great line. He's like, "Okay." He's like, "I don't believe you." He like puts Chucky's head down his partner, and then it comes to life and tries to strangle him. He's like, "You believe me now?" There's a fucking, it's just pretty great. So the group leaves to get Norris to the hospital. Chucky, during all this mess, ends up stabbing Norris in the leg. So they basically are leaving. They want to get Norris to the hospital, and the movie ends with Andy looking back through the door at Chucky's like charred, burnt body on the ground, and the movie just kind of fades out.
Yeah.
So that was the really quick-ish, I guess. I don't know. Let me see how long that took. That wasn't. It was like 15 minutes for the whole plot. Keith spilled water on his laptop. R.I.P. that guy.
It's going real well for me today.
It's going real well.
Yeah, we'll figure out if that's going to work again.
But long story, a lot has happened during the plot of this movie, both in the episode and in the movie.
But we had some good kills.
We had some good kills.
You see Charles Lee Ray to die first, and then you have his henchman. You have the mom's friend.
The mom's friend, yeah.
Aunt Maggie.
Yeah, she falls out the window. The doctor gets shocked to death.
We got his partner gets blown up.
Partner gets blown up.
The voodoo master gets stabbed.
Voodoo master stabbed. I think that's it. There's not a lot of kills.
And then animatronic charred, burnt to shit Chucky finally gets shot through the heart. So he dies twice.
That's brutal, dude. You hate to see that, so young like that. I don't know.
No, but I love this one. It's just like a good movie.
I
Lots
forgot,
of awesome
yeah.
one-liners, lots of cool kills, fun. It's just a fun movie.
It is.
And it's got like that backdrop of cool, cold-ass Chicago.
Yeah. You were
like
telling me you
gritty.
love that.
I just like it, yeah.
Yeah. I think some of the really... I think the kid... what's his name? Alex Vincent, who plays Andy.
Yeah.
He was awesome in this movie. He did a really, really good job. I think some of his lines are delivered in like kind of a funny way, but he was... I don't know how... what year was this one?
88.
88? Let me see how old this dude was. He was 7.
7
when this movie came out. So that means he was probably like 5 or 6 when they filmed this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild. He killed it.
He's good in like I said, he's an adult now, and in the series, he's an adult in the series.
He was in the second one too. He was in Child's Play 2, wasn't he?
He's on the original trilogy.
Yeah. Which, I mean, good for him. He got to make a nice little chunk of moolah for himself.
And I'm pretty sure it's really the only thing he's done.
Yeah, I don't think he's done anything too crazy. I think so. Something that was interesting during this one is that like after this came out, there's apparently a lot of people that basically didn't want this movie to come out. They said that it would make children like how do they it would incite violence in children because they were like the doll is coming to life and like your kids are going to be talking to their toys and they're going to tell them all sorts of weird shit and that was just like I thought that was kind of neat. So yeah, apparently a large crowd of protesters formed outside the main entrance of MGM to protest this, which I just thought like I don't know, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like come on, get over it.
Yeah, apparently, and then the series in general, people were like they just didn't like the idea that like a kid was the main character in a horror movie. But grow the hell up. What do you got?
What do I got?
Yeah,
I would say it's up there. Horror for me, and as far as just slashers go, like franchise slashers specifically, like this is. I will say the Chucky series is probably one of the most consistent because I think the first 3 are good.
Yeah,
Bride, like I think we already did this. Yeah, Bride and Seed, and then the other.
Yeah, we did at the beginning.
The remake was okay. I watched it once. I probably won't watch it again. Yeah. It was fine. It was like updated, like an AI version of Chucky.
Yeah, that one wasn't as
like a baby's first learner kind of like I don't know, whatever toy for kids. Not you know what I mean, like a companion rather than a toy.
Well, I was looking up. So there's a list. So in the original one, I guess if they did like a kind of computer version of Chucky in the newer ones, the old ones, it looks like there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people are credited for the puppeteers behind Chucky in this movie. 9 people.
Is that Jim Henson doing that?
Yeah, dude, that's Alan and Bill.
Because the names,
I have their names in front of me. Yeah, I just think that I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, I didn't really have too much for this one. I thought this was just kind of a fun movie. We didn't really have any fun facts along the way of this one, did we? Did you have anything?
Nah, I didn't really.
Anything crazy?
I was just kill counting this one.
The kill count. What would you say? What was the best kill in this movie?
I really like where she falls. I think that's a shocking kill where she falls out the building.
She just falls out.
But probably the The electrocution kill is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's gotta be.
I don't know, dude. The end sequence though, where Chucky is lit on fire, they're doing it. His head gets shot off, his arm and leg get shot off, and he's still coming, and then has to get shot again in the heart.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the coolest sequence because, like you said, the animatronics.
Yeah,
and like the mutated voice and
it
the
is
head
pretty,
talking to the body. Like, yeah, there's so much going on there.
I did like that.
I think that's the coolest.
I would agree. I think that one was the most visually unsettling.
Yeah.
Too the electrocution. So I did have a cool little thing, one cool little snippet of trivia. Did you know where Chucky's full name, Charles Lee Ray, came from?
Oh, I did know this.
So it was basically derived from the names of three
Charles
notorious
Manson.
killers:
Yeah.
Charles Manson,
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated John F. Kennedy, and James Earl Ray, who assassinated Martin Luther King.
I did know that.
Yeah, that's pretty
point.
wild. That's pretty neat. I kind of like that.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
I mean, I like when they like some of these names. You're like, where the hell did Charles Lee Ray come from?
Yeah, serial killers are sweet. Dude.
So this is also pretty cool.
Murders.
There's a scene where Chucky is running behind Maggie in a hallway. He's basically chasing her. Like after he comes to life, he's like chasing her. That was played by Alex Vincent's younger sister in a Chucky costume.
What?
That was actual. That was like there were a couple scenes where like they couldn't use a puppet, so there was people that are actually credited as like,
being
Chucky, and so she basically had to just like run down a hallway.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, right? Yeah, that's all I had. Couple. Should we wrap this one up? What do you think?
Yeah, wrap it.
That'll do it for Fright Night. Like you said, fun little quick episode here. I hope you guys liked it.
Yeah, stay tuned. We got a couple more Halloween ones coming.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I think we got 3 or 4 more left for the season.
Yeah, so by the time this one comes out, it'll be pretty close to the big day, the big H.
Oh,
ALLOWWEN, Halloween, baby.
Whoa! Did you just do that?
That was like a song. You remember that one? It's like HALLOWWEN, Halloween. You remember that?
No, I guess we had different childhoods.
All right. Until next time. Wait, we need a quote.
This is the.
God damn. I'm older than I look.
This is the end, my friend.
Yeah. Until next time.